Hey, today I'll be changing the transmission fluid in the '08 Cayman S. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And as I start out any job that I think is going to take 15 minutes to finish, um, I'll say the same thing. Should be easy, so let's get started. I'll walk you through the tips and tricks and things that I find as I get through this, and help you out if you're going to be doing the same thing. So stick around. So to get started, some of the things you might need is a can of brake clean to clean off the area underneath. You will need 3 quarts of gear oil. This is 7590 Royal Purple that I'm going to be putting in, and you'll need a set of the triple square tools, and I believe specifically an M16. You can pick these up off Amazon fairly cheap for a whole set, and it's something that you might need further down the line, so might as well get one for the toolbox. So once you get your vehicle jacked up, we'll go ahead and remove the cover underneath. One top tip: if you have ramps like this and they slide, take an old inner tube, cut it in half, and put it underneath the ramp, and that will prevent it from sliding. So there's your top tip for this project. So we're going to go ahead and take this cover off, which requires the removal of these bolts. They're 15 millimeters. You'll need to remove pretty much all of the bolts that you see around the edge to get this piece off. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, you'll also want to remove the 16 millimeter bolts that are up by the jacking points, so you can loosen this bar and get this down below the bolts. So you'll do this on both sides. There you go. Then we're ready to take this off. All right, so your drain plug is right there on the bottom of the differential, and then your fill hole is, see if I can get a good shot of it here, right there in front of the axle. So you'll want to open up the fill hole first, because if you drain it and you can't open the fill hole, then you're stuck. So always start with the fill hole right there in the center, open that up, and then open your drain plug down below right there. That way, when you're ready to go and drain the oil, you can get it out with no problem. I know I had mentioned that these bolts were triple squares, and that was what I was prepared for, but mine were just simple hex bolts. They were size 10 hex bolts. So go ahead and get them out, and then your oil will eventually stop draining in a few minutes. And then go ahead and put those back in and torque them to, depending on your conversion, either 18 or 19 foot-pounds. All right, so I'm on my 3rd quart here. Now the capacity is 3 quarts, but you're supposed to also be able to fill it until it comes out of the fill hole. So we'll go ahead and get this set back up here and start pumping in the third quart. So I can confirm that once you get all 3 quarts in, it does seep out like it says. I had to suck out what was left in the other 3 quarts to get the transmission completely full, and once I did, it started to weep down the side. So it is 3 quarts. Now I'll take a little brake clean and clean that up before I button this thing up. And just a reminder, before you do button it up, make sure you torque both bolts before you put the oil pan or the pan cover back on. Again, 18 to 19 pounds for both plugs. Once you get all the bolts in and tightened down, make sure you torque them. All of them are 41 foot-pounds, and don't forget the 2 bolts up in front by the jack pads. Once you get this all done, then you're finished. Thanks for watching.